Aha TV Ghana. Wohwɛ me screen so a Koku Anyidoho. Ɛna waposti video bi a Mahama ɛrekasa. Na wei yɛ video bi a Mahama ɛkɔkasa ɛwɔ aburokyire. Na ɔkɔ deliver speech bi a na sɛ speech na ɔhye paa. Saa speech wei Mahama kɔ deliver in the year 2022. But he said the mpanyinfoɔ ka ho say the internet does not lie. The nti a Koku Anyidoho posted this video now na ne sɛ after sɛ Bawumia enwini NPP primary flag bearership race no. Ɔmo starte de Mahama compare Bawumia the nipa a wayɛ adeɛ. Nti according to report no kyerɛ sɛ Mahama yɛ adeɛ bebrebe. Oh Mahama yɛ adeɛ ati Bawumia. Bawumia yɛ ɔtorofoɔ. Na Bawumia deɛ ɔbɛka biara na COVID-19 na Russia Ukraine war COVID-19. Nti ano ara like sɛ Koku Anyidoho ahyehyɛ mu a kɔfa saa video wɔ aba. Na video no wotie mu na kyerɛ sɛ nsɛm a Mahama ka nyinaa ne sɛ oh COVID-19 ɛbaeɛ deɛ kyerɛ sɛ aha Africafoɔ paa. Oh aha Africafoɔ nti ama economy no asɛe na ama Africafoɔ ɛsɛ yɛrebrɛ no. And it's Mahama nti wogye to mu sɛ na kyerɛ sɛ COVID-19 no tumi asɛe Ghana economy no. Ɛnso mo ba Ghana deɛ a mismanagement. Ba mo kɔ aburokyire deɛ a mutumi kɔka ma wiase afa no nyinaa hu sɛ COVID-19 no aha Africa. Na mamembo video na mo de mo amuntie de Mahama kan.
Drive from the point that Africa has significant fragilities that make us particularly vulnerable to the effects of global disruptions such as the pandemic we're just coming out of. We're always going to be the hardest hit by a phenomenon of that magnitude. The COVID-19 pandemic was therefore a most unwelcome and unpleasant eventuality that impacted the continent severely. Data from the Economic Commission of Africa, ECA, shows that COVID-19 created the continent's worst recession in 50 years, with real GDP shrinking by 3%, averagely by 3% in 2020. Before the pandemic, poverty reduction was already a major challenge. The pandemic is estimated to have dragged about 55 million more people into poverty in Africa and exposed another 46 million more to the risk of hunger and malnourishment. Indeed, 70% of hunger in Africa, which had already been on the rise since 2014, is directly attributable to this pandemic. Like governments all over the world, it became necessary for African governments to take action to shield their populations from the effects of the epidemic. This meant in many cases an increase in deficits due to unbudgeted expenditures. This has devastated many African.
So what can you say COVID-19 by ama Africa for ya brepa na even COVID-19 aban ama over 50 million Africans abe hiafo. Ama expenses akosoro ewa Africa because of COVID-19. And he said na Koku Anyidoho ebisa Mahama say, so this is the story he too will be telling Ghanaians, isn't it? In Ghana, you say COVID-19 should not be blamed, yet you go abroad and blame COVID. So who are you deceiving? The value will remain the same and Ghanaians will still be where we are. Ghana needs divine intervention. The Koku Anyidoho eka nyina ne say, mo pa mena yento abama Mahama na Mahama emetena so say oya president. Sa excuses are Nanado ene ne nkɔfo ɛde say COVID-19 Russian Ukraine war COVID-19 no. Mahama etumi be the president anim ya. The same excuse no ɔde bɛma. So COVID-19 no na enye mo wahwɛ. Mo hwɛ Inusa Fuseni. Eno achi a ɔse NDC more worried about the mess it will inherit from Akufo-Addo government in 2024, not Bawumia. Doka nyina ne say yes o NDC for so Bawumia na Bawumia ya to abama no dey say NDC for you no mo so mo so Bawumia na mo do mo so ne say so mutumi in 2024 mess and I say the way aban we say oman no ene no mo dwen ho mo yem hyehyɛ mo say ekwan ben so na ebetumi afa so ama oman no ayi. So have you seen they have started giving excuses even in opposition, you know? They have started giving excuses that they are now worried about the mess. So when they come and they are not able to deliver, they also go around and be saying, oh, when we came, we met an economy that had been destroyed by the NPP. So we need 4 years to re-strategize. The same excuse. Into Mahama ban the first 4 years, Obeka Chomu say, Obeka Chagana for say, or the better two no year after 4 years, no. Now is like, oh, Monza Tuma, so Obeka, after 4 years, soon to Minkobi. And the next person, oh, Mahama to no marry, this is a second term, Montoma, Montoma, and I into that is the politician that we are talking about. That is why I have always said, say, why would you want to bring Mahama back? To come and do what? No one hates NDC. But you see, what the problem that caused Mahama to lose the election, I Dumsono. It showed the level of incompetence at Mahama. Like Dumso started Kofua Breso, but it was not worse. What there was a war now, and you want to solve it permanently, you know, and a lot of business collapsed. A lot of people lost their lives, and a lot of people lost their jobs. Nti sɛ anka wobɛtumi apɛ other alternatives a wayɛ no kakra because sɛ wonni baabi daa na wopɛ sɛ wosi dan foforɔ wopɛ sɛ wosi dan na wowɔ dan a woda mu wo sɛ wasase wopɛ sɛ wode si abrɔnsan ka maama de wobubu dan no nyinaa existing dan na ɛwɔ hɔ no wabubu na obubu no nyinaa sɛ obɛsi no foforɔ afei na ɔda abɔnten na nsuo tɔ na nti that was the same thing that happened in the Dumso era. Oh, we want to solve it. If I say solve Doomson if you are crying, I say business collapse. So this is the same person who's coming back. No, I don't have any problem because me as a personally, I'm a little bit disappointed in Anado and the MPP. First, because of the lack of will to fight corruption. And at the on my way, corruption. So Kisika if a man for since I say yes, it will be $1 million at the Shanic account at the fee. Jesus Christ. $1 million it will be fee. As of now, no, I say you're using account number. I have not been following news of late, so I don't know. I'm here to do the research. The same sikano, another dollar rate no cost. You pay IMF sika say you deba money you will not say the dollar no because no 1 million to be fee. And in other regions, no, and other countries, no, as a woman way. Kaya confiscating the properties and kaya the number will be required to number to me. But yeah, the same thing. Until Mahama so bad, the same now Obi a watch opposition for 8 years. Obi watch opposition for campaigns or your cars or these or use offices kind of oba. Obscana or waste, you know. Oba Oba, he is going to recoup. He's going to refill his pocket. Telling the MPP in transfer with the moment MPP in transfer. If you are an NDC person, of course, I don't expect you to say, oh, Yama a MPP in transfer. Yes, I understand. You go and vote for your party. But say, oh, you're floating voter, then you say, okay, and say, oh, money more than no more than Masa. If no more than Mahama does not hold the magic wine or power, he will keep excuses. Into more expectation, say, oh, Mahama, then maybe you are going to give him 4 years to give excuses. Then maybe after 4 years, so to me, no maybe because if you are expecting some magic, even those who were following Kenya Japan, say Kenya Japan, the message good, maybe may factories, maybe may Kenya Japan cry buyer as a president now. Those promises could not be realized even in the first 4 years. Now you say the 4 years in a day or man. You need a lot longer years. Like I've always been saying, say Ghana needs about 20 years to develop, and 20 to 30 years. And I was talking to a certain man. I was saying democracy, and more Africa, changing of government every 4 years, and more Africa. We have companies are America, UK, and the other part of Europe. There was a succession plan. Say CEO efiri so a another CEO mbɛba na ɔbɛtoa nti bohu sɛ ɛwɔ mu na afei company no progress na Ghana no after 4 years biara and after 8 years biara ɛwɔ sɛ we start from scratch. Obiara the policy ba. I mean, what kind of country is this? How can we develop? There's no national plan. Nti NDC deɛ yɛsrɛ mo montan nkyɛn. Now Bawumia, I think I trust Bawumia. I've always been campaigning for Bawumia. I said Bawumia is a good person. The idea adwene a man it no enye enimani ya adwene. He's looking at modernizing Ghana. So what's up with check account say these people, baby omo dru no omo do echi. Plan, technology, everything is well structured. Um, ebetumi do digitization ama bomi ade abe. Say to me aka na etumi fa corruption so better. So corruption so tia ebetumi ama man na yi. Apart from that, oh no mama ede mo pede mo bedi COVID-19 by Russian Ukraine war by I don't know there, but when panel say commanding na let's be honest with ourselves. If na na utumi to ana na udidi a wo men. Nju person tell me say since na na do eba the second term no udidi a wo men. Ana na wonya baby na. Untumi ntua rent. Ojuma say umba school fees untumi ntua. Oyare ko onya school anko hospital. No, maybe the rate at which analysis amount of money now we use need there. Extra akosro, but you are still getting money. Because if in Muhammad's time you were getting 1 CD for an hour, and normal boy or down, say be a normal boy or down. Now in another time, no, people's salaries have increased. Into you are earning a little bit above 1 CD. No? Definitely no. We expect it to be so. That is how it is everywhere. The more you get, the more your expenses will also increase. Nti ade ne deɛ Mahama no the same politicians na it is politics. Onim sɛ asɛm a ɔka ɛnyɛ no korɛ koraa but ɔbɛka just to win public sympathy. Nti na sɛ asɛm a ɛwɔ no nti ɔno ankasa yɛ expose ne ho na deɛ ɔbɛka biara no yɛdi n'akyi paa yɛde ba bɛto nti wɛde Koku Anyidoho ɔno ankasa yɛ NDC ni o ɛna ɔyɛ Mahama saa no asɛm a ɛwɔ no.